going to try and limit my yapping and to condense my videos down to something more manageable, as I felt all the previous ones were way too long, filled with a lot of dead air. And also I tend to put too much footage in that it's not interesting. So if you prefer this, let me know, or if you prefer my previous style, let me know as well. Dead of the Brain begins with our main character, Cole, being called up by local eccentric scientist Dr. Cougar to come and have a look at his latest discovery. Upon arrival, Cole learns that Dr. Cougar has created a serum that can revive the dead, using his pet cat, Kitty, as a test subject. And shortly after this, police officer called Officer Jack arrives at Dr. Cougar's house, and he mentions that the neighbors have been complaining about noises coming from Dr. Cougar's estate. The zombified cat, which had been locked in the fridge, gets unleashed by Officer Jack and unfortunately proceeds to kill him. Dr. Cougar and Mr. Cole panic and use the serum on the police officer. Which does revive him, but not as the man he once was, but everyone's favorite video game enemy, a zombie. The pair panic and flee the house with Zombie Jack in pursuit. They pass through a graveyard where the doctor accidentally breaks his vials of the serum on a gravestone, which inevitably causes a zombie outbreak, Return of the Living Dead style. Cole and the doctor arrive back at Cole's place, where they decide to lay low when Cole's girlfriend Sheila shows up, talking about the crazy people she encountered in the city. Cole and Dr. Cougar explain the night's events to Sheila, and they decide to head to the local police station to turn themselves in for the death of Officer Jack. They attempt to call 911, but there's no answer. Eventually, the line just goes dead completely. Just then, a zombie bursts in through the window. Dr. Cougar attempts to take it down with his pistol, but there is no apparent effect. They escape and decide to head to the local police station, District 16. Upon arrival at the police station, they find the station in complete chaos. Every single occupant has been killed by the zombies. We also discover in the chief's office evacuation plans and an unknown set of numbers. At this point, we're unsure what its purpose is. Cole finds the armory, which is completely empty. He decides to head into a back room to look for more weapons, where he's ambushed by a zombie. After a brief combat encounter, he successfully dispatches it, and he rejoins Dr. Cougar and Sheila in the main hall, and they decide to head over to the evac point. Our three protagonists arrive at the hotel, which looks dark and ominous in the night sky. They head inside and find it completely abandoned and bereft of life. No humans, no zombies. They proceed to the second floor, which is completely overrun with the undead, and after a brief panic and combat encounter, they retreat to the third floor. Now ordinarily at this point I would still continue with the video and review the entire game, but I feel that this game deserves a bit more than that. I highly recommend that you play through it for yourself. Your experience will be much better than what I could give you. Things do get a little bit more interesting later on, and I feel you should see it for yourself blind. This game looks really good, has a good soundtrack, and the story feels exactly like a Return of the Living Dead tie-in. And maybe that's where they got inspiration from, maybe Dave the Living Dead, I don't know, but I think it's worth your time. I hope you enjoyed this little mini review slash basic overview of Dead of the Brain. I have other videos in the works. I'm planning on doing Rusty and Dead of the Brain 2 when that translation is finished. But yeah, that's probably still going to be a while, but so for now, I hope to see you soon.
This is a robbery.